Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here, and I've got a very special video announcement for you today. But before we get into that, first and foremost, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. There's been so much support coming in from so many different avenues here in the past couple of years that I've been making Yu-Gi-Oh content. Of course, here on YouTube, we're almost up to 18,000 subscribers at the time of recording this, and we're getting thousands of views per day. So thank you very much for that. Over on Twitch as well, been seeing a lot of good growth there, almost up to partner status, getting there. So thank you again to everyone who's been watching the Twitch streams. And of course, as always ever, thank you to everyone who chooses to support by subscribing on Patreon as well. It is a massive help, and those of you subscribing on Patreon are the reason why I'm able to devote time to making daily Yu-Gi-Oh content. So, but regardless of where you're watching or how you're supporting, I just sincerely want to first say thank you, each and every one of you. I want to talk today about some improvements we're making to the content both here on YouTube and over on Patreon as well. Now, don't worry if you're consider yourself an average viewer who just shows up and watches the videos semi-regularly. Then we're still be putting out videos every single day. Nothing major is changing in that regard. However, I do want to make content on both platforms not only feel more special, but also give people who are looking to get more out of each platform the ability to do so. The Patreon in particular is going to be undergoing some pretty cool changes, so I want to start there. So currently, as of right now, on Patreon, here's what you've gotten up until this point. I've got on screen here a list of the current perks, which include video previews of upcoming YouTube content, which are about 5 minutes long snippets from the video. Bonus games, which are not featured on YouTube, that are exclusive Patreon uploads. Q&As with responses delivered in a sort of mini podcast style audio format, as well as your name featured at the end of each and every YouTube video in a sort of special thanks section. And of course, on top of that, we do offer the coaching tier, which is all of the benefits, all of that content from the previous tier, on top of a monthly one-on-one 60-minute coaching session via a Discord call. And while that's been fine, we've been doing things that way for quite some time now, I've had this desire for a little while now for the Patreon to really sort of be more of its own content platform. I want to really make that Patreon subscription and membership feel a lot more special. That's not something that's even been expressed to me from the patrons. It's a desire that I've had to want to give more to those who are going out of their way to subscribe over there. So in that regard, I want to talk about some of the new content that's going to be over on Patreon. Namely, we are going to start featuring full length being at least 15 to 20 minute, about the length you would expect to see of a YouTube channel video, more full length exclusive content going over on the Patreon. A lot of the stuff that will be featured here are things about the game that I generally want to talk about, but feel might not make as good of a YouTube video, whether it's more of a niche topic or it's something like rumors or new releases that might not be as suitable for YouTube. Maybe stuff like TCG and OCG releases that are coming out. We can talk a little bit about those in those videos instead of dedicating a whole day on YouTube to feature that kind of content. Another kind of video that we've been doing a bit on Patreon is Duel Live reactions, where we just hop into Duel Live and watch some games. Have been uploading those at about 5 to 10 minute length, but moving forward, I would like to do full-length Duel Live reaction videos, again, more closer to 15-20 minute YouTube length, where we are watching multiple games per video. And honestly, even those are all just recent examples off the top of my head. There's plenty of other exclusive full-length content that will also be featured over there, including gameplay as well. So that, I think, is going to be the major change moving forward, that Patreon from now on is going to be treated more as its own content platform and more exclusive full-length stuff going there. But that is on top of some of the old perks as well. We are still going to be including bonus games that are not featured on the YouTube channel. The Q&A with the audio mini podcast style direct responses to the questions, those will also still be a thing there. as well as, of course, getting thanked at the end of each and every video. One other new thing I do want to try, though, is introducing polls for upcoming YouTube content to allow people subscribing on Patreon to be able to vote on that sort of a thing. And I'm not just talking about like, oh, what's the next deck profile I'm going to do? No, moving forward, I do want to make more sort of long length, more heavily edited general gameplay videos to help out improve not at one specific deck and just watching a couple of games like deck profiles tend to be, but to really go in depth about certain concepts and details beyond the range of like a deck profile, right? And of course, in addition to all of that, if you do choose to subscribe to the coaching tier, you will continue to get the one-on-one 60-minute monthly coaching session, but also, of course, all of these new and improved perks as well. Also, by the way, if you're interested in coaching, you don't necessarily have to pay monthly for it. You could do 1 month of a coaching session and choose not to renew, or you can always do a coaching session and then go to the lower Master Duelist tier if you are only interested in a one-time coaching session in that regard. That is completely fine. Now, one thing that you might have noticed is missing on the new perk sheet that was not on the old ones is video previews. Like I said before, in the past I have shown like 5-minute snippets from upcoming videos and put those clips on Patreon. That is one thing that we are not going to be doing on Patreon moving forward. However, this is because I have something entirely new planned when it comes to getting previews at what upcoming YouTube videos are coming out. So with that, I'd like to introduce a new way to support the YouTube channel directly, which is YouTube memberships are now eligible on the channel. So you'll probably notice next to the subscribe button is another button that says join. And if you click that, you can in fact become a YouTube member for the Hex Lex channel. And touching upon what I was just saying about previews, this is where YouTube previews have gone. However, in the interest of making continued improvements to the content, no longer will you be getting merely a 5-minute preview clip from an upcoming video. Instead, YouTube members can enjoy access to full-length YouTube videos as soon as they are uploaded before their scheduled release. So basically, this means that you will, at minimum, be able to see videos the day before they come out. However, I often batch upload videos and then schedule them out for one day at a time, meaning you'll often get to see multiple videos days before they come out. In fact, at the time that this YouTube membership program is going live, I already have multiple videos that are already uploaded and scheduled to be released. But if you choose to join, you can view those full-length YouTube videos right now. In addition to that, YouTube members can also enjoy the perk of being able to vote in polls upon this upcoming YouTube content that's again going to be stuff that's more of a scope beyond just deck profiles and gameplay videos, right? The votes from both Patreon and YouTube members will be totaled together to determine what content will be made next. In addition, YouTube members will enjoy badges that will appear on all of your comments for the videos, as well as emoji. On top of that, I will be posting exclusive members-only updates here on YouTube regarding upcoming content. What deck profiles are coming up next, what I've been practicing lately, what I'm thinking about, that kind of a thing. You'll be able to get that exclusive insider access by becoming a YouTube member. And also, much like the perk over on Patreon, YouTube members will be thanked by username at the end of each and every YouTube video. So that's another thing you can look forward to, is seeing your name in the credits again at the end of every daily upload here on YouTube. The same ones you'll get to see early. And there is, of course, also potential for even more perks to be added for no additional charge to the YouTube membership program. I'm really eager to explore what that can offer. I know in particular that there's a lot to offer there with YouTube live streams, which are a thing that I have tried in the past and am eager to try out again at some point in the future as well. I want to give a special thanks to anyone who's like even going out and just like checking out the perks and seeing what it's all about. And especially, of course, also to those of you who are then making that step to either join to become a YouTube member or subscribe to the Patreon platform as well. I say it a lot of the time in the Patreon exclusive content, but it really, really does help. And that kind of support, it is the reason why I'm able to dedicate so much time to making continuously improving daily Yu-Gi-Oh! Content on multiple platforms. But as I said before, you know, even if this is not the kind of thing that you're interested in, and you're still showing up for the YouTube videos, and you're showing up for the live streams, and that kind of a thing, even if you're just hanging out and chatting on the Discord, you know, that kind of a thing also does make a huge difference as well. So regardless of how you choose to support, I really do once again have to say thank you so very much for all of the continued support over these couple of years again. Which is wild to think it's been that long already. These couple of years that we have been making Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. So if you want to check out the Patreon, I'm going to of course have that link in the description below. It's also in the description of each and every YouTube video I upload, so if you decide you want to check it out at a later time, it's going to be there too. Again, remember, if you want that YouTube membership, you're going to want to click the join button, which should be right next to subscribe, if not on the video, on my channel page. Also in the description, other ways to support, we have, of course, the Twitch channel as well, which I talked about a couple of times. If you want to follow or subscribe over there, that is another great way. But again, no matter how you choose to support, it all matters and it all is very, very much appreciated. So thank you everyone for taking the time out to watch this video, as well as just, again, everything else that is put out here. I think that's going to be all for this one. So I'm Hexlex, and I'm hoping that you have a fantastic day.